Can I take this off? Sorry. Hey, everybody. My father was 6'4" and weighed 270 pounds. And he used to just look at me and go, the hell? He took me once to a bar when I was a teenager and pointed to a guy at the end of the bar and said, he might be your dad. He was not a participation trophy type of guy. I ran track in high school, but my father traveled for work, worked very hard, so he never saw me run track. But I loved to play basketball, and I played in the neighborhood. He came down and watched me one time, watched for about 15 minutes, shook his head, and walked away. That night, he came into my bedroom, and he said, you play a lot of basketball, don't you? I go, yeah, I do. And he goes, I don't see it. But here's the thing. I was thinking of dropping out of school, and my father wrote the only letter he ever wrote to me in my life. It said, basically, I've screwed up my life. Don't screw up your life. Don't be an idiot. And I knew that took him a lot to write that letter, so I didn't drop out of school. He died suddenly a few months later. So, like an idiot, I lost the letter. I have 3 kids now, so with them, I drive them crazy. Because I'll go, look, I know the Snapchat, Instagram, the really great things and everything, but write a letter. It's not as illusory. It's not transitory. Write a letter. And the dad, not with the letter again. Really, the letter. And because of my father, I tried to go to all their sporting events. So they all played soccer. I'd go to the soccer games. I'd be sitting there on the sidelines, and all the other parents are screaming like mad. And I'd stand back. I'd read a book, and I said, I'm never going to be one of those parents. So my oldest is Sammy and Brian. They were in college. My youngest, Jack, he ran a first track race he ran in Coatesville at a mile race. And I'm standing inside by the stands. They come around the final turn, and he's neck and neck with somebody else. And all of a sudden, I found myself running along parallel to them, knocking people over as I'm going, go, go, go! And I ran all the way through the finish line. He won, and I'm jumping up and down like an idiot. His brother, Brian, older brother, comes up to me and goes, what the hell was that? You've never yelled at anything. Is it because you ran track? And I go, yeah, that's it. But what it really was after the race, Jack comes up to me. He's sucking wind. And I said, son, I got a confession to make to you. We've spent all our money on your brother and sister in college. We have no money left. So you're going to have to really run well. I need a track scholarship out of you. No pressure. My son's eyes got big. And it turned out eventually he did get a track scholarship. He runs in Vermont. He runs cross country for them, and that's great. But along the way there was a lot of pressure. And there was this big race. He was a senior, and he didn't do well in the race. And he comes up to us, my wife and I, and he goes, Mom, Dad, I did okay, didn't I? My wife goes, oh, yeah, you did wonderful. Me? I have a little bit of my father in me, a little bit of Larry David. I go, eh. And his face crumpled. His face fell apart. And I felt horrible. And I said, what can I do to make up for this? And I sat down. I said, I'll write him a letter. I wrote him a letter. And I said, son, I've put a lot of pressure on you. I treated you like you were the oldest, not the youngest, like the hope of the franchise. Don't worry. No matter what you do in life, I'll support you. No pressure. We love you. He reads the letter, tears up, we share a Kodak moment. It's wonderful. Next day, his older sister Sammy and his brother Brian come up to me. In their hand, they have a piece of paper. They go, what the hell is this? He's the oldest? He's the hope of the franchise? I go, he showed you the letter? They go, he gave us each a copy. He's going to put it on the internet. That little shit. So now, I have 3 kids. 2 of them are going to wind up on a psychiatric couch and blame me and this letter. The youngest will get beat up at every family function. And my message to you, I know everybody, we all love our fathers and stuff, but referring to me, fathers know nothing. We know nothing. We've been lying to you since day one. Santa Claus doesn't exist, sorry, but he doesn't. We've been lying to you since day one. The world's a mess. It's not your fault. It's our fault. And it's your father's fault. So I'm putting myself in that group. So my point is Snapchat away, Instagram away, just leave no evidence behind. Thank you.